Good morning, thanks for joining me for Pilates this morning. We're going to start by taking a position at the front of our mat with our feet hip width apart, room for roughly 2 fists in between our ankles. We'll place our hands on our hips and we'll start with some simple squats, like we're sending our hips back as if we're sitting into a chair. Bow the chest forward. Try to keep the shin bones vertical and get your bottom as low as it can go. All the way up, all the way down. We'll just start with 10 to warm up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come all the way to the bottom, little pulses for 10, 9. Really be conscious of where your knees are sitting here and keep puffing the heart space out so you're not rounding through the upper back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way through the heels. We'll take the left foot back, right foot forward. Imagine that you're stepping forward, so weight off the back foot. You're going to come up onto your back toes, lifting the back heel, and majority of your weight is through that front leg. Send the hips back, bow the chest forward, front shin bone is vertical, all the way down, all the way up. We're going up and down for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to the bottom. Imagine that you're about to peel those back toes off the floor. Have them really light as you can, and then little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way up. Step the left foot forward, right foot back. Just a foot roughly between the feet, but still have the feet wide enough for 2 fists in between the ankles. And send the weight forward to the front foot, really light on the back toes. And then bow the chest forward, send the hips back. We're going all the way up, all the way down. For 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come all the way to the bottom. Pause here. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way up through the front leg. Step it forward. We're going to come into another set of even squats. All the way down, all the way up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to the bottom. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up tall. We'll turn and face the long edge of our mat, and we'll take our feet out wide. Have the feet out wide, turned out, roughly 45 degrees. And then take your hands to your hips. And if you were to bend down, make sure that your knees don't roll in, and that as you bend down to the lowest point that you can get, your knees are roughly stacked over the tops of your ankles. Perfect. Press all the way up. We're going up and down for 10, 9. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. We've got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower all the way to the bottom. Little pulses up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now try and come up onto your toes, lift the heels up high. Keep the chest upright, up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the arms out in front of you, palms facing up. We're going to pulse the hands up as the hips go down. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way up. Take the hands to the hips. We'll step the feet in, but we'll keep that turn out in the feet, roughly 45 degrees. And we'll take the right foot back and imagine that we're curtsying. Lower that back knee down, almost to tap the floor, but keep that slight turn out in the front foot, maybe 30 degrees. And then come all the way up and step the opposite foot behind. Imagine that you're curtsying and then press all the way up. We've got 10, 9. Try to make sure that you turn that foot out and that you step behind, almost to the diagonal. 8, 7, 6, 5. Bow the chest forward over the thighs. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come all the way down and bow the chest forward slightly. Keep the weight through that front leg. We've got little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it up. Opposite leg behind. Bow the chest forward. Take that curtsy lunge. Little pulses up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way up. We're going to take another round of those wide-legged squats. So take your feet out wide, hands on hips, open up through the chest, open across the collarbones. Have the feet turned out and make sure that when you come down, your knees aren't going over the tops of your ankles or rolling in. Beautiful. We'll come all the way down as we inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at the bottom. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press through the heels. Come all the way up to standing. And we're going to step to face the front of our mat, the short edge. And we'll take our left foot back, a full stride as far as we can on the mat. Make sure that the feet aren't too narrow, that you're not balancing on a tightrope. So make sure that there's still space in between the feet for balance. And then keep the chest upright. Puff the heart space out. Lower that back knee all the way down. Tap it to the floor. Come straight back up. We're going up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come halfway up. And then little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep the chest lifted. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bow the chest forward over that front thigh, almost like you're taking the belly button down to that thigh, but keep lifted. And then see if you can hold here, little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold, have the weight through the front leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the chest back up tall. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round for hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it forward. Whew. Shake the legs out. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So take the right foot back as far as you can. Big long stride. Have the weight through the front leg with the feet out a little bit wide. And then keep the chest lifted. And lower that back leg all the way down. Tap it to the floor. Exhale to press. Inhale to lower. Exhale to press. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Keep the chest lifted. We've got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift all the way up. And then lower down, tap the knee, come up halfway. Awesome. Keep the chest lifted. Body is stacked over the pelvis. Not leaning forward or back. We're doing little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bow the chest forward. Hold it there. Keep the front bone, shin bone stacked, vertical. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the chest up. Little pulses all the way down. Halfway up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Almost there for 10, 9. Hold it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it forward. Shake the legs out. We're going to come down onto our mat now. Onto our hands and our knees. And we'll ground the hands down underneath the shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips. Let's start by extending the right arm and the left leg long. Keep the spine in neutral. Keep drawing the navel in towards the spine. And then lower and tap the fingertips and the toes to the edges of the mat. And then lift back up. Up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Lower that front hand down, ground it down underneath the shoulder. And then lower and tap the toes to the end. Keep drawing the navel in towards the spine. Gentle pelvic floor activation. Lift the leg, but make sure your back doesn't arch. Keep the hips square. Make sure that left hip doesn't roll out. Up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Bend the leg 90 degrees at the knee. Flex the foot. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now extend that leg long. Tap it behind the right leg over to the side of the mat. And then lift knee to elbow. Little side crunch. Extend. Tap behind. Lift. knee to elbow. Extend, side tap, lift, knee to elbow. Extend, tap, lift, knee to elbow. Extend, tap, lift, knee to elbow. We've got 5 more. Tap, lift, knee to elbow. Extend, 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 tap behind, lift, knee to elbow. We've got the last one. Extend, tap behind, lift, knee to elbow. Now extend that leg all the way long. Rest the toes at the end of the mat and slowly lower down onto your forearms. So we want our elbows stacked directly underneath our shoulders. Palms are flat. And make sure that we don't sink the chest down here. So really elongate through the front of the body and press the elbows down into your mat. Lift that leg all the way up and down. Tap, up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now lift, bend the knee 90 degrees, flex the foot. Up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here we take the right hand and take the fingers over to the left elbow. Forearm is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Extend that leg long, rest it on the floor. And then take the left arm out wide, prop up onto your fingertips. Perfect. We're lifting the leg up. We're going to crunch to the side, knee comes to elbow, side crunch. Extend, tap behind, right side. Lift, side crunch, extend, tap behind, lift, side crunch, extend, tap behind, lift, side crunch, extend, tap behind, lift, side crunch, extend, tap behind. We've got 5, extend, tap, lift, knee to elbow, extend, tap behind, lift, knee to elbow, extend, tap behind. 3 more, lift, crunch, extend, tap. 2 more, lift, crunch, extend, tap, lift, crunch, extend, tap. Now we're going to lift the leg all the way down to the floor, lift it up high, turn it to face side on so that the inside arch of the foot is parallel to the edge of the mat. We've got 10 little pulses. Stay here for 10, 9, 8. Keep pressing out through that shoulder. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knee all the way down and then prop back up onto your hands. Whew. Let's come into a beautiful spinal twist here. We'll take our right hand and we'll thread it through. Palm is facing up. Take the ear and the shoulder down towards the floor. We'll just come into a simple version of this thread the needle stretch. Take a few slow breaths here. Keep the chin tucked and keep the hips stacked directly over the knees. And then lift up tall. Find that tabletop position. We'll come into the same stretch on the opposite side. Take the left arm through, ear and shoulder to the mat. Keep the chin tucking in towards the chest. Hips are stacked over the knees. And then we'll lift back up. Find that tabletop position. Ground down through the hands and ground down through the knees. Find that neutral spine. Have the neck really long. And gentle pelvic floor lift, like you're trying to stop a wee. And then we'll extend the right leg and the left arm out long. So we want right leg, left arm. Lower and tap the fingers and the toes to the floor, and then lift back up. Up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Lower that hand down. Ground down through the left arm. And then from here, lower and tap the foot to the floor. Draw the navel in towards the spine. Gentle pelvic floor lift. We're going up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, flex the foot. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then extend that leg long and tap it to the left side of the mat. Lift it up, knee to elbow, extend, tap, lift, knee to elbow, extend, tap it behind, lift, knee to elbow, little side crunch while you're there, extend, tap behind, lift, side crunch, extend, tap behind, lift, side crunch, extend, tap behind. We've got 5 more. Lift, crunch, tap behind, lift, crunch, extend, tap behind. Keep the neck long so that you're not straining through your head. So keep the back of the neck long. Crown of the head is lifted towards the front of the room. 2 more. Tap, lift, crunch, extend, tap, lift, crunch, extend. And then lift that leg up tall. Press out through the hands. Lower and tap the foot to the back of the mat. We're lowering down onto our forearms, onto the elbows. Palms are grounding down. We're going to lift and lower, gentle pelvic floor lift. Try to engage the lower abdominals, but don't draw everything in, just 20%. Little lift and lower for 10, 9, again keep the neck long, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the leg, bend the knee, flex the foot, little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg long and then tap it over to the edge of the mat just to rest it there. We're going to set up our hands. So take the left forearm so that it's over at the right elbow. And the whole forearm is parallel to the short edge of the mat. And then extend the right arm out long. So left forearm over to the right. Right hand out long. Prop up onto the fingertips. We'll lift the leg. Little side crunch. Knee to elbow. Extend. Tap behind. Over to the left side. Lift. Side crunch. Extend. Tap behind. 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 The left glute should be feeling it here. Extend. Tap behind. Lift. Side crunch. Extend. Tap behind. Lift. Side crunch. Extend. Tap behind. Lift. Side crunch. Extend. Tap behind. 2 more. Lift. Side crunch. Extend. Tap behind. Lift. Side crunch. Extend. And now turn that bottom foot. Flex the foot and turn the arch to face the mat. Little pulses for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that leg all the way down. Prop up onto your hands. Whew. We'll take another spinal twist here. Ground down through the hands. Palms underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Take the right arm, thread it through. Palm is facing up. Ear and shoulder down towards the mat. Keep the chin tucked. And then lift back up and come into the same stretch on the opposite side. Ear and shoulder down towards the mat. And then come all the way up. We're going to come over onto our right side now. So shuffle over and come down onto the right elbow. And let's just start by finding that engagement through the shoulder. So have the elbow stacked directly underneath the shoulder and the palm is flat. And then sink into it and allow the shoulder to move towards that right ear. And then press away like you're trying to create as much length and space through that collarbone as you possibly can. And then lift the hips up just slightly. We're not going to be here for long, but feel that sense of engagement through the shoulder. We're on our knees here. So knees are stacked, our legs are bent. Have them at about 90 degrees, so parallel to the short edge of the mat. And take your top hand to your hip. From here, all we're going to do is lift that top leg, keep the neck long, lift it up and down for 10. Keep it parallel to the bottom leg, whole leg lifts, 9, 8, 7, keep pressing that shoulder down, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then lower all the way down. We'll come onto our side here. Extend the legs out long and lower down onto the side. Take the right arm out long. From here, we're going to bend the knees just to 30 degrees. Squeeze the heels together. And imagine that you're peeling that top knee up and keeping it parallel to the bottom leg. So squeeze the heels. Imagine that your knees are on a window pane and you're trying to slide it up, keeping it on the glass, all the way open, all the way closed. Take the top hand to the hip and just make sure that pelvis doesn't roll back as your knee travels up. We've got 5 more. 4, 3, keep squeezing the heels, 2, 1, lift and hold. We're going to lift the heels up. So lift the, yeah, that's it, perfect. Lift the heels and then close that bottom knee, but keep the heels lifted. Open the top leg, squeeze the heels. So we'll come into the same exercise. Imagine that we're sliding that knee along a glass pane, except the legs stay lifted. Open and close for 10, 9, 8. Make sure that the head stays relaxed on that top hand. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then lower the legs all the way down. From here, we're going to bend the knees slightly more. So bring the knees in towards the chest, more like 90 degrees at the hips. And then keep that hand on the top hip and extend the leg long. We're just going to start by lowering the foot all the way down, tap it to the floor, and then lift up and down. Have the toes facing down towards the mat and the heel facing up towards the sky. Up and down for 10, 9, take it slightly behind, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold it there. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to imagine that we're dipping the whole foot in a bucket of paint and we're going to draw little circles with the foot, okay? So start by doing that with the movement of the hip. The whole hip circles around. as we draw a circle. Make the circles small, roughly the size of a dinner plate. And make them really precise, like you're tracing around every little bit of the circle. We've got 10 of these in total. So 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to reverse the direction of the circle. So have the leg slightly behind you and then start to reverse that direction. Roughly the size of a dinner plate. Make sure that the movement's coming from the hip and not the ankle. But the whole foot is tracing a circle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then hold there. Turn the heel to face the roof. Bring the leg back so that it's slightly behind the hip. Okay, back towards the back wall. But make sure you're not arching your back here. Little pulses up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. And then bend that knee and stack it on top of the bottom leg. From here, we're going to come into a beautiful spinal twist. So take both arms out in front and have the head resting on the mat. We'll take that top arm all the way up and over and open up towards the sky. Open the chest up, but keep the hips facing side on. And then take a few breaths here. Have the head and the chest facing up towards the sky, but the knees facing towards the side. Feel into this beautiful spinal twist, ringing out through the spine. And then as you exhale, take that top arm all the way up and over. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. We'll take 2 more. Inhale to open. And exhale to close. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. And as you arrive on your side, we're going to press down through that top arm and lift up onto the elbow. We're going to come into a stretch on our side. So prop up onto that hand and then extend that top leg long. The knee is stacked underneath the hip and the bottom leg is parallel to the short edge of your mat. Lift the top arm as far away from the toes as you can. And we're up on our hand. The hand is directly underneath the shoulder and the fingertips are facing towards the short edge of the mat. Come into this beautiful side stretch, reaching the fingertips as far away from that foot as you can. Try to breathe into that side body. Feel that expansion through your rib cage. And then circle the hand to the front of the mat and ground down through the hands. Bring the knees together and then extend that right leg out long. Left knee grounds down. Left hand comes over to the side. Palm is flat and the fingertips are facing towards that short edge of the mat. Come into this beautiful side body stretch on the opposite side. Really reaching the fingertips as far away from the toes as you can. And then lower the hand down. We're going to lower the knees together and we'll lower down onto that elbow. We won't be here for long. Palm is pressing down. The elbow is stacked directly underneath the shoulder. From here, first of all, find that length through the collarbone. So start by sinking the ear all the way into the shoulder, really collapsing down into that arm, and then press the shoulder down by pressing the elbow into the floor and lengthening from the shoulder to the ear. Take that top end to the top hip and lift up through the hips. We won't be here for long. Knees are stacked. Bend both knees. Perfect. Lift the top leg up and down for 10. 9, whole leg lifts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, we'll lower all the way down onto our side. Take the legs long and take the bottom arm long to rest the head down. Allow the head to be fully supported and allow the body to soften. Down onto the mat, and then bend the knees to roughly 30 degrees. Heels are in line with the hips. Take that top hand to the top hip, just to make sure that you don't roll your pelvis back. Squeeze the heels as tightly as you can here. Make sure the head stays as relaxed as possible. And then imagine sliding that top knee along the glass pane. Open and close. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7. Really squeeze the heels together here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now lift the feet up and close the knees. So heels stay together and we lift our feet up off the mat. And then we're going to come into the same exercise. So squeeze the heels really tightly together and lift that top knee. Slide it along the glass. Up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then lower all the way down. Take that top hand out in front and bend the knees up further so that you're roughly at 90 degrees at the hips. Make sure the head is comfortably positioned on top of that resting bottom arm. And then take the hand to the hip once more and extend that top leg long so that it's roughly in line with the body. We turn our toes to face down and our heel to face up. Flex the foot. You might need to slightly roll further onto your chest. We're going all the way down. Tap the foot to the floor, all the way back up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little pulses at the top for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now imagine you've dipped that foot in the paint. We want to trace circles. So choose a direction. We're going little circles for 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep them slow. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's change up the direction for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now hold at the top. Turn the heel to face up, toes to face down. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that knee all the way down. Stack it on top of the bottom leg. We're going to take the arms out long. So allow the head to rest down onto your mat. Take the hands out in front. Palms are stacked. And we'll find our beautiful spinal twist on the opposite side here. So take that top arm. Keep the hips and the knees to face the side of the mat. And inhale to open that top arm all the way up and over. Open the chest and the head up to face the sky. And then exhale as you close. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Inhale to open. One more. Exhale to close. Inhale to open, and we'll hold here for 3 breaths. Allow your body to soften here. Start to feel into any sensations in your body. Notice the heat and the energy that you've generated through today's practice. On your next exhale breath, draw the knees in towards the center and press down through the heels to center your hips on your mat. Take the arms down by the sides, palms are facing down. And walk the heels in. From here, we're going to inhale and roll the hips forward. Press the tailbone down into the mat. And as you exhale, tuck the tail under and start to peel your way up, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up onto the shoulders. Come into this bridge pose. And then rise up onto your toes. Lift the heels. We'll lower down halfway and then lift up all the way. Up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the feet down, heels are flat, but keep the hips lifted. Elongate through the back of the neck so you're not straining through the front. And then press down, ground down through that right leg and lift the left leg long. We're going to do little pulses with that left foot. Keep the toes pointed. Little pulse halfway down, all the way up for 10, 9, 8, 7, just little pulses halfway down, all the way up, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold parallel to the opposite thigh for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that foot down. Ground down through that left foot and take the right leg long. Little pulses halfway down, all the way up. Keep the back of the neck long. Make sure you're not straining through your neck. Up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep pressing through that left heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that foot down. Lift up onto the toes. Halfway down, all the way up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then start to slowly peel your way back down. We'll finish by stretching out our glutes, these muscles that we've worked through today's practice. Let's take our left foot and place the ankle on the top of the right thigh. Find this figure 4 stretch and then draw the knees in towards the chest. Before you lift your chest and your chin off the floor, find a bind either behind that right thigh or over the right shin, and then lower down. Soften through the shoulders and the head. On each exhale, focus on drawing the knee and the thigh closer in towards the chest. And then lower the feet down and take a bind with the opposite thigh. So take the right leg across the left. And then draw the knees in towards the chest before you lift up and find a bind either around the thigh or the shin. And then start to soften back down into your mat. And on each exhale breath, focus on softening in the outside of that right hip. And then lower the legs all the way down. And take your time to roll over onto your side and come up to a comfortable position. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this Pilates practice.